Hey y'all, let me know if you can hear me or if it's kind of fuzzy. Um, Sometimes this microphone isn't as good as other microphones I have, so let me know if you can hear me. And I'm going to do kind of a brief intro, and if the sound's goofy, then I'll do the brief intro again. Okay, I am Lucy Foxworth, and I'm a paper crafter from long ago. And I'm the host of the Great Halloween Spooktacular. I started it last year, and this year I'm so fortunate to have 14 other people help me and put projects in. Three of them are named Jennifer. Jen Swift, Procreate Genius. Jen Crookston, who made, I think, a sign to go outside for us. And then, of course, Jennifer Maker, my crafting mentor. Okay, and the sound is good. Okay, thank you. I see the sound. Thank you. What a relief. I was like sweating about that. Okay, and so this is the second year of the Great Halloween Spooktacular. And one thing I like to do, or I've tried to do, is to do a live video each day with something kind of related to the Spooktacular. It may not be related to a project directly in it, but it might be something that goes along. For example, tomorrow, the first project you'll see is the Vulture Gulch Mercantile. I wanted it to look like an old cowboy shop, and with a little Halloween twist. And so in the back, you've got to have merchandise. So we're going to make cans and little fabric bolts. So that's tomorrow, and that'll be at 2. All right, now I want to kind of go over. Well, first, I'd like to thank all the people who are here and for all the presenters. I think they came up with just tremendous stuff, and I think you're going to have fun. I really hope so. And I'm seeing all these names: Karen and Helen and Amy and Debbie and Delvine, and I don't know if Sonia's here. Cheryl is here or has been. Just people I see regularly on my Monday lives. And I'm so happy to see you guys. Y'all make me so happy. Oh, and I see Jen Swift is here. Remember, Procreate. What she does is amazing. Okay, and but I first have to do a little bit of business trying to keep you from being confused. I know online I get confused easily, so I'm trying to make it very straightforward. So what we're going to do is I'm going to change my camera to the computer, and I'm going to show you what your day one email will look like and how to use it so you can find the projects at 9 a.m. They're not available before. They're available each day at 9 a.m. If you have the all access pass or the VIP ticket, you've already, whatever you want to call it, you've already got access to everything plus bonuses. Okay, so now I'm going to try to switch to my computer. And I think I've pulled it up. That's you guys. Let me see. I think I've got another screen. Yes, this is the day one. This is the email that you will get. It's written by, I actually have 2 trusty assistants for this event. My brother always helps me. He's just amazing, and he's very funny. Very dry humor, but very funny. Anyway, he's one. And then Susan is my trusty assistant, and she does all the, what I consider, oh, Gulch is misspelled. Gulch, Gulch. I'm sorry, I just noticed that. I'm sorry, Susan. I should have noticed earlier. But anyway, this is the project tomorrow. So you'll get, this will be a link, and when it's ready, it will take you to the schedule page. You see, it's not open yet. This is the schedule page, and it shows you each project each day. And rather than keeping them a secret, we've got photos of every single project. I think that kind of helps you plan what you want to do. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, tomorrow, then after Vulture Gulch, we're going to do the cauldron. And on that day for the live, we're going to make a cauldron that fits in the back of Vulture Gulch. This is the Boo Crew, which I think is adorable. I love this mansion house. This is my Dancing Frankenstein. Amy made some adorable gift cards for us. I think this is Michelle Price. My mentor, Jennifer Maker, made this beautiful candy treat holder. That's the trick or treat banner. Look at this. This is another. The treat boxes are just adorable. Craft from Sarah in Great Britain did this incredible vulture. I just think it's magnificent. So I told her I was doing some vulture stuff, and this is what she came up with. It's just amazing. Jackie did a mid-century modern, really, really fun house. That's my pull tab skeleton. I think this is Debbie O'Neill, her pumpkin shadow box. I think this is Jen. Jen, I'm sorry, I might get it mixed up. But anyway, that's to hang out. This is Jen Swift. That's my gift box. This is Emily Miner's little cauldron. Look at her great little cauldron with the witch silhouettes in the background. This is my friend Tony, spinning spider, and then Gus the ghost house on the last day. So those are all the projects, and that's where you'll find them. You will go to this page each day and click on it, and these projects will be available for 24 hours from 9 a.m. till 9 a.m. the next day. Okay. And let me see. I'll check in just a second if you've got questions. And at the top, there are other little links that'll help you. Supply lists. Buy the VIP pass. I really think it's worth it. We tried to fill it up with really cool stuff. FAQ, if you have any questions. How to contact us. You can click here, and I think that's a form. Oh, it's not ready yet. I don't think it's live yet. And then the giveaway links. So those main links are here. And if you want to contact us at any time, help@paperglitterglue.com, because we want you to be happy. And I know that, computer tech stuff sometimes can be very confusing. Okay, I'm looking at my list that Susan gave me. I think I went through everything. I did the sneak peeks. The links are in the description. So when you go to each link, this page will have links that related to this project, to each individual project. Okay, now I'm going to go back because I won't get confused. Okay, I hope that's straightforward. Now I'm going back. Let me see. Any other questions? I'm kind of scanning your comments. And here I'm wearing reading glasses and I can't even see. I'm seeing everybody. Yep, Sonia is here. Gina, Teresa, so happy to see you. I'm sorry, I'm having allergies. Okay, so next, I wanted to do kind of a classic project, something different. It's not the Spooktacular yet, it's just the kickoff party. So I wanted to do, it's actually one of the very first house patterns I ever made. And it's called the candy corn house. So I'm going to show you a couple of variations, and then I'll show you my Halloween one. Let me turn on a light. I don't know that helps. Let me turn on another light. I had to turn them off because they were so reflective in my glasses. Okay, this is my July 4th candy corn house, and it's on a ribbon roll base. And, it's the 3 colors. So if they have a patriotic candy corn, which you can buy, it's red, white, and blue. And then this is a Valentine version. So it's red, and the pink has kind of faded over time. And I really like the base. And again, a ribbon roll base. I used scrapbook paper on the top, scrapbook paper in the middle, and then in the and this is like a heart garland that goes around the bottom. I really think the funnest part of the candy corn house, technically the house is kind of plain, but you can make a really fun base, and I'm going to show you some of that. Okay, this is my Valentine one. Halloween one. I don't know how I got purple paint all over it, but I spattered the paint and messed it up, and it's so good. I stenciled this kind of Harlequin design from some of Tim Holt's stencils, and I used all his paint colors, and then I made this neat little little trim around the outside, and then this is also a Tim Holtz rosette at the bottom. And then I like spilled purple paint on it. I'll try to fix it one of these days. Okay, so I wanted to show you how to make that. So what I'm going to do is switch cameras again. I have to get to the right place. Switch cameras, rotate cameras. The people who are with me every Monday, I usually do them live every Monday, are kind of used to the rotate. You're supposed to have a little switcher thing, but I'm like, too techy for me. I haven't gotten to that. Okay, switching camera. Actually, I'll rotate first. Might blind you. Here we go, switching cameras. I hope, okay, now let's line it up so it's not too crooked. Yeah, okay. I think that's pretty good. It's in the way a little bit. We can work around it. All right, so the thing I was worried about making the, I'm sorry, I'm laughing. Ramona said the purple paint makes it one of a kind awesome. I may have to adapt that perspective. Okay, one thing I was worried about is I like to make my projects out of cardboard. This is just cardboard, and they're very sturdy. And so I was afraid, let me see. This is a cardboard one, which I've never put on a base, and I haven't glittered it. I really like the glitter. I think the glitter looks really good. Kind of makes it look more candy-like, but I haven't glittered it. But it's very, very sturdy, and so that's what I prefer. But I was worried that I wouldn't be able to make it in cardstock because I know somebody, that many people like to make them out of cardstock. So I made one last night. I actually made this one, still got paint on my fingers. I made this one last night out of watercolor paper, which is slightly heavier. The watercolor paper I use is 110-pound watercolor paper. 140-pound, whereas heavy-duty cardstock is generally 110. Let me show you. This is just an example of the watercolor paper. 140-pound, and there were 24 sheets in it, and it's very thick. It's thicker than 110. You know, you can kind of tell it's got some body to it. It holds its shape really well. So I made it and painted it. So, you know, sometimes paint makes things a little wobbly, and it's a little wavy, but not too bad. I thought it worked really well. So I was very relieved to see that. But I also decided to make it a different way using overlay, just using cutouts. So that's in the pattern too. You don't have to do it this way. You can paint it if you want, but if you don't, you can just cut out the pieces. And I'm not sure in the pattern if I forgot to do these two pieces. So anyway, I'll check on that. But it's $139 in my library. So this isn't a part of the Spooktacular. It's just in the Lucy Foxworth Paper Glitter Glue library. Okay, so I glued this. I glued the white tip on, the orange, and the yellow, because that's the order of, this is the main order of traditional Halloween candy corn. And then I glued the windows and door. There's only, you know, one door, two windows, and there are window options. So if you want the little shutters, you can have them. But if you don't want them, you know, just do the plain ones. And I glued them all down. And then now we're going to, oh, and before you do that, always fold along all the score lines. Always fold along the score lines before you glue stuff down, because it helps you line stuff up. Or even if you're painting, if you paint before you fold along the score lines, they're harder to see. So I always fold first. Okay, let's put it together. You can use really any kind of glue, especially if you're using the watercolor paper or cardstock. These are pretty much my two go-to glues. For cardstock alone, I use the Barely Art glue. I love this little tip, and I'll show you when I make like a spider web fence. I'll show you how incredible it is. And then the quick dry tacky glue for more structural things or when I've got curves and stuff. Okay, and I'm actually going to use it here just because it's watercolor paper. But this is the main glue tab for the house. You know, it's kind of designed to be easy. Like I said, it was one of my very first patterns. And remember, I'm trying not to be as messy because I'm not at home. I'm at my uncle's house, and oh, one nice thing is there's not any, no cats here, which, you know, the best thing about that is no cat hair. I like cats. But at least I don't have to deal with cat hair. Or Alley Cat. Alley Cat's my photobombing cat. She always likes to walk across the screen just to make her presence known. Okay, that's it. Now, because I'm doing this on screen, I'm going to find one of my #1 tools, which is paper tape. I have to get up. Paper tape. If I wasn't doing it on video, I wouldn't need it. But I'm just going to put a little tiny piece so it'll hold. And if you want to make sure it's not going to pull your paint or your cardstock up, just, you know, tap it against something and then just kind of lightly put it down. Remember to always line up the bottom. I saw a question from Julie. She asked about the giveaway page. The giveaway page is on the schedule page. When you get the schedule page, you'll see it. It's at the top. There's a set of links at the top of the page, and supply list, giveaway, contact us. So that's where the giveaway pages are. Oh, and we are doing 3 giveaways today. They're mainly just to help you buy supplies. We're doing 3 Amazon gift cards to 3 different people who comment during the live. Okay, now I am going to do this one too, so it'll hold it. Now I'm wiping glue off my fingers, so there you go. Oh, I saw Craft with Sarah is here. I told you about her project. I was like, oh my goodness, I wish I could draw like that. I wish I could draw like that in my illustration program, which is Adobe Illustrator. I can actually draw pretty well, but making my program draw, yeah, that's hard. That's why I really need to learn Procreate. That's the advantage of using a program, a drawing program like Procreate, which is for iPads. And that's what Jen Swift teaches us about. Okay. And now I'm just gluing these, I call these roof flaps. I glued them together at the top, and now I'm gluing them to the front and back. And the reason I do that is because if you don't, your house tends to splay out. It tends to bend outward just a bit. So I'm gluing them that way. I don't want the glue to drip down too much. See, we've almost got the structure done. Irene said her mom saw this and she wants a candy corn house. It's so easy. We've almost got it done. Okay, while I'm letting that dry, I'm going to set it aside. And this is the roof. And this is a roof with the pieces glued on. Now, oh, there's a wayward cat hair. I guess Alley Cat had to leave her marks in some fashion. Okay, so whenever I have something that curves, this is the way I curve it. I just kind of gently walk it through. And really, you only need the curve at the top part. You see, the sides are straight. This is the top. Okay, Sally asked about the 2 glues. Barely Art glue, primarily for cardstock and precision cardstock, Like I said, I'll show you in a minute. And quick dry, Aleene's quick dry tacky glue. Okay, somebody asked about hot glue. You can always use hot glue. I don't, because I tend to burn myself. I forget to turn it off, and it's not very forgiving. So if I place something wrong, it's hard to correct. So that's one reason I don't. Now, when I make bases and stuff, I do use, like if I layer corrugated cardboard together for some bases, I do use hot glue. Okay, let's see if we got a good curve. Pretty good curve. Let's see how it goes on. There we go. And this may be a good place to use hot glue, but again, I usually have to adjust just a little bit. So I'm just using my stronger glue. This is thicker and a little stronger. And this is the quick dry tacky glue. And I don't use as many tabs on the roof. I know a lot of people do, but I don't like how they kind of stick up. So I usually just kind of paint a bead of glue along the ridge, along this kind of gable ridge. There, you see it? And then we'll put some here. This is a good contact point. And if you've never seen my stuff, you may not know, although you can probably tell by now, I'm an overgluer. I like glue, and I tend to use too much. But it makes me happy because, like I said, my stuff's sturdy and lasts. Like these houses, the houses I showed you are, I don't know, 5 years old, something like that. And I drop them. The cats knock them off. They think it's funny to push them off the table. So now, if you want, you can remove. This is not going to show, so we can leave that one there. But this one will show. So I'm going to just kind of gently pull it up. Try not to tear my cardstock. Okay, and there. Once again, if you smear it so it's slightly thinner layer, it will dry faster. Okay, I'm gonna set it down. Got to wipe my finger off. Over glue, yeah. Yeah, Rosa said an overgluer. She likes that. Oh, a lot of overgluers. You know, just kind of, okay, but during one of the events, my friend Tony has this incredible product called Sticky Roll. And I think it's especially good for gluing down little things. You basically cut it out like you cut out your pieces and then peel the back off, and it's double-sided. So I can't wait to try that. I've got an idea of a project I'm going to do with the sticky roll. My friend Tony is in Great Britain, like Sarah. And she made a cute little spinning spider. And her name is Wilderspin, so it's just like perfect. Okay, now this one, I think you just have to hold it a minute. So I just hold it for a second. Ruth asked if heavyweight watercolor paper is thinner than, I don't know if she said cardboard. Yes, this is the watercolor paper, and this is 22 point cardboard, and it's definitely thicker. But, you know, the watercolor paper is just easy to use, and if you're going to paint, it paints beautifully. So, I mean, it's designed for paint. It's actually designed for watercolor paper, but I mean for watercolors, but it works beautifully with acrylics. I usually use my buddy Tim Holtz. I love his paints. They're expensive, but they're kind of thin and watery, and they sort of give you a little extra dimension. They're little more, he calls them, they're water reactive, so they kind of have more dimension. I just love his paints. So Delvine makes miniatures, and she likes double-sided tape for that. And Brenda, I'm holding, so I'm reading comments while I'm holding. Brenda says she loves the vulture lantern. It's magnificent. Yeah, you can still buy the VIP. Somebody was saying they didn't buy the VIP, and she said she might regret it. Well, the price goes up tonight at midnight. I think it's worth it. I'm going to show you. Let me see. Are you holding down enough? I hope it's holding enough, because I want to let go, because I want to show you a little bit about making a base. All right, so I'm setting this aside. This is a cheese box. I like using cheese box, and I just kind of painted the top, and I measured it. It's 4.5 inches across, and I cut out some circles of some colorful paper. We can use like the Barely Art glue. The most important part is getting it around the edge, because you don't want the edge to pop up. Just a little bit in the middle. Okay, just kind of smear it around so that it'll adhere. And see, that's the advantage of glue. It's like, oh yeah, I'm over here, I'm over a little bit, under a little bit. There, that's pretty good. And then I cut out some scrapbook paper to go around the edge. I measured this width, and I used a paper trimmer. Yeah, I didn't exactly do it right. It's a little short, but let's glue it around the side. Okay, I'm going to be adding a fence to this, so I'm going to match it at the bottom, because the fence will glue up here. And in terms of finding good scrapbook paper for Halloween, it's actually harder to find than it used to be. You know, when scrapbooking was like really big. Your hobby stores have it, but really online, I think online's probably, you have a lot more choices. So 12 by 12 cardstock has some nice choices. And I used some of theirs for the backgrounds, I think, on my card, which was the skeleton card. Let me do this right. I think you're going to like my fence. I hope so. So we've got that. Now I have to find the fence. Oh, good, I found it. All right. This is the spiderweb fence. It's in the bonus and the VIP. And I couldn't believe it. I cut it out. Look how thin these things are. I actually made it thinner than I wanted, but it looks so good. The spiderweb fence is cut out of 110 cardstock, and look at how well there. Now you're seeing all the cat hairs that I transferred from my house to my uncle's house, and I just couldn't believe how well it cut it out. And I also did it on my Joy Extra, and it did a beautiful job too. So I glued 2 layers together. Some I didn't glue quite as well as others, but anyway, this is the spider fence, and it's in the bonus. And I think I'm going to use my thicker glue. Last year we made a batwing fence in the bonus, and you can still buy, we got some replays for the last year's Spooktacular, including, I left all of my bonuses. All of my bonuses are still available, so you can still get the batwing fence. But this year's All Access Pass has the spiderweb fence. Okay. Now this is going to be messy for me. Okay, let's try to anchor it. Kind of ooch it around. I kind of pre-curved it so it would hold. You know what? Painter's tape. One person said they call it Lucy tape because I use it so much. I love painter's tape. It saves me. Okay, let's go around to where the glue ends. Okay, the glue ends here. And I didn't make it so you can go all the way around, or rather, this is 2 sections of the fence, and I only did that because I like the front open for the house. So we'll put the house in the center. Should have pulled off 2 pieces of painter tape when my hands were free. Hold, stay. Yeah, the fence has got, you can use it for lots of stuff. You could use it on card. Anywhere. Okay. Oh, I didn't show you. There's an insert piece to help, especially for the cardstock ones. Sometimes the sides splay out, so there is an insert piece in the pattern to help glue it down. Okay. Oh, and it gives more surface. Not only does it keep it straight, but it's more surface area to glue it down. Okay, look. What do you think? I think this is fun. Oh, washi tape is good too. Oh, I may have to paint something there. Just do a black strip right there. I didn't think about that. Okay, I'm going to apply glue to the bottom. Oh, and if you want, this cutout is in case you want to put a light inside. Whatever you're using, if you're using like a cheese thing for a base, then just cut a little circle and you can put a light in the bottom and then it will light up your little house. Okay, applying glue. Yeah, somebody was asking about the batwing fence. I really like the batwing fence. But like I said, I'm so impressed that my machine could cut out this detail on the spider fence. Okay. So let's center it. Turn it so that you can see the opening. And just apply a little pressure. My nose is itching. You'd think it was springtime here. Okay. Oh, Sharpie. Yeah, that's a great idea. I'm just going to color that in. That's a great idea. I can't, who said that? Kathy? Okay. There. And, oh, I forgot. There's a chimney, and I have it already made. I did not glue it on. It's a wonky chimney. It's designed to be, you know, crooked. A little glue leaked out. My over gluing, I'm going to trim that little glue. So I'm applying glue to this area to get it to adhere. Oh, Lynn, I appreciate that. Somebody was asking about inspiration, and I'm like, it's everywhere. everywhere. Sometimes I'll see something, I'm like, what can I make with this? I need to make something with this. Okay. I'm just kind of squishing the chimney there. You can put it up or down, however you want. And wait, I don't know. I'm gonna leave that tape here for now. And I'll show you, I'll put it in the Facebook group when I have this, when I have it all done. But I really think the glitter adds a lot. This one is actually glass glitter, which is the shiniest glitter, but it's a little bit coarse. And it's not pokey, you know, I mean, but they say don't use it around kids, you know. It's like, but it makes a really bright shine. And this one is a very, very fine glitter, which is I like because it's almost kind of subtle, you know. So I kind of like that. I think, but for this one, you know, it really didn't need any glitter. Okay, let me see. Is there anything else? Oh, yes, I was just going to show you a ribbon roll real quick. Same way. I usually glue something or paint something or stencil something on top, and then I measure this distance and wrap a strip around it. And a lot of times, sometimes I'll take the bottom off and paint it or add a piece of paper there. Or I really like making some kind of, you know, design like this. This was a die cut for a rosette. But you could use like a shingle pattern and kind of fold it too. But anyway, that's how I do the ribbon rolls. Okay, I'm going to switch cameras again. You know, assuming I can find the correct button. Okay. Whew. Like I said, my nose is itching. Okay. Anybody questions? Glitter cardstock would work. You could definitely do glitter cardstock. And the skeleton fence. There's the spider fence. I don't have a skeleton fence, but the spider fence was added late because somebody was slow about getting it done. I promised it to Susan because she was going to put it in, but it's only been there for like a day or two. I just got it finished. Okay. Alrighty, I'm looking for more. I'm reading your comments. So yes, different bases. Oh, and one of the days we're going to make a book base. I'm going to show you how to mimic a book. I mean, you could use an old book if you want, but I like to kind of mimic books. Okay, let me see. More questions. Yes, anybody has any problems, paper glitter glue, help@paperglitterglue.com. Linda was asking about craft board. For this project, craft board is too thick because it's not going to bend for this roof. Most of the time for buildings, you can do craft board, but it just won't go around the curve. Okay. Oh, they're adding the spiderweb fence. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, I like to just make different stuff. You know, whatever I think of, it's just fun. And I try to share it. And I haven't been able to see, while I was making the stuff, I wasn't able to see, but everybody's got great ideas in the chat. So it's always good to see that there. Okay. Yeah, the book base. So tomorrow for the live, we're doing the little cans, the little miniature cans, and the fabric bolts. And then for the next day, we're going to make a cauldron. I have a little cauldron that I made. So we're going to make a cauldron out of polymer clay. So that is the second live. I think that's Tuesday. And then Wednesday is the book base. So I'll try to give you enough lead time, so you're like, oh yeah, I don't want to miss that one. And there are always replays for the lives. So you can always see the, go back sometime later. Okay, let's see. I'm looking for more questions. Any more questions? No Halloween paper? Well, then I would use paint. Use paint, or just, you could use a plain color. You know, you can find little doodads at the stores. I found some. Let me see. This is Tim Holtz candy, which is kind of expensive, but it's really cute. Let me hand. Okay, so this is like a little candy. Look at these little candy corns. You know, maybe you could find some little trinkets at a hobby store, um, just to decorate it. But paint works, or stencil. You know, you could use texture paste and kind of paint it, make it look kind of creepy. Okay. Joy Extra. Yes, I cut, yes, this one works well for Joy Extra. The limiting feature for the Joy Extra is the widest piece can't be wider than 8 inches. You can have it narrower than 8 inches and 11 inches long. But yes, this fits on the Cricut Joy Extra. And like I said, I cut out some of the spiderweb fence with the Cricut Joy Extra, and I couldn't believe it. So this is probably about 6 inches wide and about maybe 9.5, 10 inches long. So it works with the Cricut Joy Extra. Oh, but you need a way to score. And so I choose the foil tool as scoring. That's the only trick about it. You have to have a scoring tool or score by hand. But we got the machine. Just get the little scoring tool, or you can even get an adapter that fits, and the other Cricut scoring tool works. Okay. Oh, somebody's in a crafting slump. Well, I hope this helps. I think being creative helps us all kind of mentally. So, I mean, it's important for me. When I was on my biking trip, I was like storing away. Not my biking trip, because we didn't ride. We were in Europe. We were supposed to ride, but we decided not to. But when I was in Europe, I was like storing up ideas. But I just had to save them. I didn't get to make while I was there. Okay, I'm going to go now. If you have any questions, you can still comment on the video, and I can go back and answer them. And if you have especially a question about the signing up, getting a ticket, you can't find the VIP access, help at Paper Glitter Glue. Oh, and we're supposed to have a giveaway, 3 giveaways. So yes, the download for the people with the free ticket, it's 24 hours, the download. I think we're leaving the videos up for a while. We're leaving the videos, but to get the file itself, you've got 24 hours, 9 to 9. So if you can try to, get somebody else to download it for you if you're on vacation or you're on a cruise and you don't have internet or something. Okay. All right. I think that's it, except we were supposed to do 3 giveaways, so Susan is helping me with that, and so she'll pick out 3 people's names who've commented, and you'll get a $25 Amazon gift card for supplies. I hope it helps. Okay, and I always want to say hi to my friend Bobby. She doesn't comment. We're going to get her commenting one of these days. My friend Bobby and Dorothy. Okay, alrighty. It's good to see y'all. I will talk to you. I will talk to y'all later. Quickly, Annette asked glass glitter. It's the original glitter. It's actually ground glass in little tiny pieces, and it's the most brilliant glitter. There is a place that kind of specializes in it. It's called Meyer's Import, or Meyer Imports, and it's just beautiful, beautiful glitter. But like you said, you're supposed to be careful with it, but it's never poked me or anything, so I kind of like it. Okay, I'm going to try to go away, so I won't take too much of your time. I'll see you tomorrow at 2 for making little cans and fabric bolts for the mercantile. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you all have a good day. Alrighty, I have to find the bye button. Okay, bye y'all.